So we're going to go ahead and get started, right? So tonight's story is called Blow Your Candle Out Before Bed. And so our story takes place with a single parent mother, right? Her name is really not that important to this story, but the little girl is. So the little girl's name is Karen, right? And Karen is in love with like Marvel, Marvel and comic book heroes and all that stuff. So Karen goes to the store with her mother one day, and Karen notices a candle that has Iron Man and Black Widow on the side of it, right? And has the Hulk on the other side. And so Karen's like, Mom, I really want that candle. And, Mom's not feeling it. She's like, nah, you got to wait. We don't have enough money right now. And so Karen goes to school. She gets good grades. 2 weeks later, Karen brings home a report card with honor roll on it. She was one A away from straight A's. You know what I'm saying? She said she had all A's and one B. And so Karen, then they go back to the same store. Karen's all amped. She's like, Mom, can I get the candle? She's like, nah, I don't know, Karen, because if you don't blow the candle out, and it's too much responsibility. And so now Karen goes back to school and she tries to ace more tests. She tries to pass more quizzes, right? And so Karen starts doing better. Now they go back to the same little grocery store and she sees the candle, but this time it's a limited edition. It's all silver looking. It's got Iron Man standing on the plate and all that good stuff. And so finally Mom gives in and says, look, since you've been busting your tail in school, since you've been grinding, getting those grades, I'm going to get you the candle, right? But you're not going to be able to light it as soon as you get it. We got to talk about that. I got to show you. So she gets the candle, she brings it home, and of course, just like kids do, she starts bugging her mom night in, night out. Mom, can we light the candle? So finally, Mom's like, look, I'm going to show you how to light the candle, but you got to make sure you blow it out. The first time you don't blow it out, I'm not going to let you light the candle again. So right before Karen goes to bed, she lights her candle. She lays on the side of her bed. She sleeps. She's smiling. Now she's looking at her candle. And so when she wakes up the next morning, her mom said, Karen, I thought I told you, blow your candle out. Blow your candle out before bed. Karen said, oh, okay, Mom, I got you. And so 2 nights go by. Karen does the same thing, doesn't blow the candle out. So then another night goes by. Excuse me. Another night goes by. And now her mom's like, look, Karen, if you don't blow this candle out, there's a risk that you could start a fire, burn the house down. Our kids are not really believing that because Karen's not really tune into real life. She's just worried about Iron Man and all that good stuff. And so what happens is one night Karen goes to bed, but before she goes to bed, she lights that candle. Karen leaves that candle burning and she sleeps. And throughout the middle of the night, all she sees are these flashing lights and just, flashing lights. Somebody runs in and grabs her. So when Karen wakes up, she's like, hey, who are you? And he's like, yo, I'm the fire marshal. I'm the fire chief. Your house caught on fire last night. I'm just here to rescue you. Is there anyone else in the house? And she's like, yeah, my mother's in the house. Could you please go save her? So they try to go in, but they can't get it. The fire's too strong. They can't put it out. And Karen's mother dies in the fire, all right? Such a tragedy, such a sad story. Karen's mother dies in a fire, all right? And so I said that to say this. What you fail to put out before bed can put you out. You know what I'm saying? What you fail to put out before bed can put you out. You know what I'm saying? And the Bible speaks about not going to bed on your wrath. But a lot of times we have these situations that we fail to deal with in life that will one day deal with us. And sometimes they're dealing with us now. Sometimes these are candles that have been burning since our childhood that we have let burn our mental house down, that we have let burn our emotional house down, that we have let burn our professional house down, that we have let burn the house of our relationships down. And I'm trying to tell you, is something small as that one candle, right? That one candle. Look at how big this candle is on the picture compared to a house. This one candle left alone can burn down an entire house. And not only that, Karen's candle consumed what she loved, which was her mother. Karen's candle killed her mother because she failed to put that out. Now, I'm going to ask you the question. What is your candle killing? Think about it. What is in your life that you are letting burn and you're going to bed on it, and it's making you feel toxic, it's making you upset, it's making you have a bad attitude, it's making you want to give up on your dreams, it's making you want to give up on marriages and relationships. What candle do you need to blow out before bed? And like I said, If you fail to deal with the issue, if you fail to deal with the situation, with the hurt or with the anger or with the emotional problems, guess what? Those problems will deal with you. Trust me. You know what I'm saying? I was in a boat when I went through a lot as a teenager, and it shut me down socially to where I didn't open up to anyone. I didn't open up to anyone. You know what I'm saying? It shut me down emotionally. It shut me down socially and really mentally because I didn't want to apply myself. So what I want to ask you is, and you can drop it in the comments if it's not personal, but what candle do you need to blow out? Is it fear? Do you need to blow the candle of fear out? Do you need to blow the candle of doubt? And this is the one candle that burns not even houses, right? You've seen times in California where brush fires have started from small stuff like this. You know what I'm saying? Small items that catch on fire or are left unattended, extension cords that are plugged in. Unforgiveness. The candle of unforgiveness, if that's left burning, it will not only consume you, but it can consume a whole entire neighborhood. It can consume the forest. So think about, what is unforgiveness consuming in your life? And look, it's hard to release it. You know what I mean? I know it's hard because sometimes you think about, man, if I forgive this person, then I'm letting them off the hook. No. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. See, forgiveness is for you. If you release forgiveness to somebody, or if you ask for forgiveness from somebody, it's not up to them to actually give it to you. It's up to you to release that forgiveness or ask for it, and then you're clean. You know what I'm saying? You're going to start over. But the one person that you have to forgive before you go to bed, sometimes is yourself. Many times in life, we find ourselves in situations, right? Many times in life, we find ourselves in turmoil and we blame ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard to forgive anybody else if we haven't forgiven the one person that we look in the mirror every day to, and that's ourselves. And I know you heard it's impossible to love someone else if you don't love yourself. I think it's impossible to forgive someone else if we don't forgive ourselves for the personal letdown. You know what I'm saying? The personal failures, the personal struggles. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just being real with you that many times in life, people have hurt us. People have did us wrong, right? And that lights that candle. People have did us wrong. But for some reason, throughout that struggle, we end up blaming ourselves, whether it be molestation, whether it be rape, whether it be someone doing you wrong or cheating on you in the marriage, whether it be a parent not being there. I used to feel like I was the problem. You know what I'm saying? The reason why my dad never wanted to have a relationship. I used to feel I was the problem because my stepdad didn't want me in the picture. You know what I'm saying? I used to feel I was the problem. You know what I'm saying? But that had nothing to do with me. Never try to carry the weight or the burden of someone else's wrongdoing. If people do you wrong, realize, you know what I'm saying? Most of the times, 99.9% of the times, it had nothing to do with you, but it had everything to do with that person. Sometimes hurt people hurt people. Sometimes people have hurt them in the process, molested them, raped them, you know what I'm saying, beat them. You know what I'm saying? Did something to them at an early age and it scarred them. And now they digest this behavior as normal and they continue to do other people like that. You know what I mean? Hurt people hurt people. That's why it's very important to blow that candle out before bed and get that emotional, that spiritual, and that mental healing that you need. And a lot of times it starts with yourself first. You got to forgive yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to really look at it and say, okay, I messed up, but look, I'm going to do better tomorrow. I'm going to do better the next day or the next week or the next hour. Every day you go to bed and wake up is a new beginning. And I'm telling you, some people go to bed on their wrath, man. Some people go to bed on their wrath, and then the other person that they're beefing with, the other person that they're feuding with, doesn't make it the next day. People dying left and right now, man. So you want to have time to get it right. Put the pride to the side and say, you know what? I'm not even sure what I did to you. I'm not even sure how I offended you. But the way that you're, I don't want you to feel the way that you're feeling. I don't want you to feel hurt. So I'm going to swallow my pride and I apologize. And my heart is in the right place and I'm willing to work it out. I'm willing to do better. Sometimes you have to do that. You know what I'm saying? Because in a relationship, whether it be friendship, whether it be, boyfriend, girlfriend, a husband and wife. Sometimes your goal should be to please the other person. And sometimes, look, you gotta release that forgiveness for yourself. Don't worry about what they haven't said sorry or whatever. That's their problem. You want to get it right because everybody has to leave this world one day. And that's being real. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't tell you what's going to happen tomorrow. I couldn't tell you what the weather's going to be like next week. I couldn't tell you how much money I'm going to have in my bank account. But what I can tell you that we all have an expiration date in this world. We all have an expiration date. You know what I'm saying? I work around products, me and Danae Hunt, and they give those products expiration dates. And anybody that's been in the manufacturing world, they give these products expiration dates, so you got to use it by that date. If not, no one wants to consume it, right? So what is your expiration date? No one knows. You know what I'm saying? So stop living life like you got 1,000,000 years to live. Get it right. I'm telling you, get it right. If you just say I'm sorry, if you say yes, I forgive you, it will release a burden off of you. It will take the weight of the world off of your shoulders. It took me 6 years to forgive my stepfather. 6 years. And that whole time, you know what I'm saying, even though I didn't see him, you know what I'm saying, when I did see him, it would bring all his emotions back for everything that he had done to me and my mother. But what I noticed was he was having a good time, smiling, laughing, and joking, and I'm all balled up. You know what I'm saying? So my thing was I need to forgive him and get that off of me. Seriously. I needed to forgive him. Now, you may feel like the smaller person, but sometimes you got to be the smaller person to be the bigger person. In the world we live in now, you know what I'm saying, that sometimes the smaller person is the more mature person. Yeah, because what it looks like from the outside, oh, she ain't saying nothing, or, or old boy now gonna get in my face like that. Sometimes you got to be the smaller person to be the smarter person. Because at the end of the day, you want to go home, you want to live a peaceful life. And a lot of times, man, like I said, these are candles that we fail to burn out. These are emotional candles that we fail to burn out, and we just act out whenever we see it, because now that candle's burning everything down. It was burning the relationships in your home, but now, because you fail to put that candle out, and then you go to work, it's burning your relationships at work. Now when you go to your family outings, it's burning your relationships at your family outings. Now when you go to church, it's burning those relationships in your church, because you have to deal with the problem. Blow the candle out before bed. And like I said, that candle symbolizes whatever the issue is that you need to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It could be health related. You might have a health related issue that you need to deal with. You know what I'm saying? It could be mental. It may be a mental issue that you need to deal with. And that's being real. You know what I'm saying? Get help. You know what I'm saying? It could be a physical issue. It could be a relationship issue. It could be an issue that happened 20 years ago. Deal with that. Because I'm telling you, if you don't blow that candle out, you never know the night is going to do what it did to Karen. Karen blew her candle out. You know what I'm saying? Well, Karen didn't blow her candle out, never thinking that it would cause that much devastation. Not only did it take her home, but it took the person she loved, the person that she cared the most, the person that she looked up to the most. And many times in life, when it comes to us leaving these candles, when we leave them burning, it affects those that we love, the ones that are closest to us. It burns them, it consumes them up. If anybody ever watched X-Men, Jean Grey turns into the Dark Phoenix, and she ends up hurting the ones she loves because she can't control what she has. She can't put that candle out. And a lot of times, that candle of yours could be your anger and your emotions. Learn how to control that. Because like I said, it will burn everything down around you. You won't be able to keep a job. You won't be able to keep friends. And then what's going to happen is you're going to be depressed because you're always going to be by yourself. And you're always going to feel alienated because you feel like you're the only one. You're not the only one that has a candle that they need to blow out. I have one I need to blow out. My viewers have one that they need to blow out. Their family have one that they need to blow out. So sometimes you may have to get with somebody and say, look, man, I really need to talk to you. There are people committing suicide, right? There are people that are killing other people. There are people that are hurting other people physically because they fail to blow out this one candle. Think about it. There are people There are men beating women, women manipulating men because they're afraid to blow out this one candle, this one thing in their life that they think is okay. I'll deal with that later. But it's molded them into being a different person. You know what I'm saying? Somebody with an ugly personality. It's molded them to be someone that no one trusts, no one wants to be around, no one wants to talk to. So I'm going to ask the question one more time. I want you to search deep within. And if it's not too personal, drop it in the comments. What is one of the candles that you need to burn out? What is one of the candles that you need to burn out in life? And like I said, that was just the content for tonight. I hope you all enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? I want you to share this message too with at least 3 people that need to hear this message, because down here in the Appomattox or Rustburg area, a young man committed suicide. And so you never know who needs to hear messages like this. Not saying this is the best message, but I'm saying is God gave me a word to give you all. And my job is just to deliver the mail, drop it off and keep it moving. So what I want you to do is help me deliver that mail to somebody, because like I said, a young man committed suicide. So what candle did he have burning that consumed not only the house, but it consumed him? Think about that. That's why I say in some of my videos, and I haven't said it in a while, inspire 3 people. That's your homework for tomorrow. Inspire 3 people and compliment 3 people. One of those people that you may compliment, that one compliment may save them from taking their life. You never know what somebody's going through. What you're going through and making it out of, someone else is ready to tap out. You know what I'm saying? I have a cousin who always tells me any day above ground is a good one. So at the end of the day, no matter what you're going through, if you're alive, if your fingers and your toes are still moving, or even if that's not going on, you're alive, you have another opportunity to get at it. You have another opportunity to live. So look, don't do the enemy's job. The enemy wants to take you out anyway. You know what I'm saying? The enemy wants to take you out anyway. And the fact that you're leaning on that suicidal thought, or the fact that you're leaning on some type of depression, is a good indication that you're on the brink of something, right? You know what I'm saying? Normally you want to take somebody out when they're on the brink of something. You don't want them to be successful. You don't want them to get to the next level. You know what I'm saying? Because it's easier to kill something when it's in the infant stage. It's easier to kill a baby than it is to kill a grown man. So many times when you get these wild thoughts, what I mean by wild thoughts are these great ideas. I want to start a business. I want to do this. I want to start a family. A lot of times the enemy will seek that idea out and he'll try to kill it right then and there, because he knows it's easier to kill it in the infant stage. And sometimes, even though we may be 30, 20 something, 40 years old, we're still in the infant stage of our goals and our dreams. So a lot of times if the enemy can't do it, the enemy's going to fight you in here, your mind. The enemy's going to fight you in here. My mom used to pray something for me when I was a teenager. God, Lord, protect his mind. Keep him in his right mind. 'Cause I was going through so much. I felt like at times I was going crazy. I felt emotionally detached from situations. And, at times I was supposed to cry. I wasn't, you know what I mean? But through protecting my mind, always guard this. Guard your mind. You feel me? Your mind is like a garden. You got to pull up the weeds every day. Pull the weeds up every day. And like I said, that young man took his own life. You know what I'm saying? I can't speak to what he was going through. But maybe it's a candle that he needed help blowing out and no one was there. Maybe people missed the signs. I don't know. But what I want to say is, this candle that you have, right? Get it in here. Think about what it is. Please blow it out before you go to bed tonight. Don't be like Karen and wake up tomorrow and everything's burned down. Please blow your candle out. And on that note, I'm going to end the content. Please visit my website, www.iamteflonjohn.com. And this Thursday, I'm so excited. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my man, Jalen, Jiggy M. Randolph. You know what I'm saying? We're coming back with the Art of Reinvention show, my Facebook talk show. I'm not sure the frequency, maybe every week, maybe every 2 weeks. I'm not sure. But that comes back this Thursday night at 8:05 p.m. on Facebook. And then it'll shortly be therein on YouTube. Then I'm going to do a watch party after that for like 5 straight days for that same episode. Help me get to like 3,000 to 5,000 views. You know what I'm saying? There are many people in the community that are doing great things. And my job is try to highlight it, bring it to the forefront so you can be inspired to go do great things. So if you see my man Jalen, I think he's on here. Go to his page. You know what I'm saying? Go to his page and just support him, man. We got to support one another. That's why, I thank God for Keisha Pollard, you know what I'm saying, Willie Sanders, Martre Stevens, Ed Epps, you know what I'm saying, Jalen Randolph, you know what I'm saying, Cheryl Miner, anybody who's on here listening to my voice, I appreciate you all. And look, I'm going to end it with this. Put that candle out before you go to bed. And as I always say, one love, be blessed.